Hey everybody, what a great day. Let's go combining. So today we are gonna try to harvest our dryland corn. And it should be dry, no brainer. So we're gonna try to harvest and gonna run the combine down to the field, start moving things down there. All right, well, here we go. We are gonna get to rolling and take this combine to the field. Now, this corn, it is pretty cool. It was like one of the first videos, probably one of the first two videos when we planted this corn that we're gonna go harvest. And, you know, whenever you plant, you have high hopes. I actually think this corn, considering the drought, this is gonna be some of our obviously our best dryland crop of the entire year. Well, combine at the field. So we will continue. We got a truck to move down here. We've got our wagon to move down here. And then my cousin Caden, he's actually gonna bring their semi over as well. It'll take 2 trucks. And so we will get to rolling here in the next hour or so. Well, here we go. We're gonna kick her in and start picking corn. And we are harvesting away. You see the corn pouring in the back. Corn's pretty good too. It's, you know, it's making over 100 right through here. So we'll take it. Well, we're rolling. Everything's working pretty good. Had one malfunction. The K-State flag already in the Kansas wind broke off. So we're gonna have to upgrade our flag pole, because the Kansas wind will not, I don't know what kind of pole that was, but it can't take it. It just can't take what we've got. So I am a little worried. I don't know that this corn, it's wetter still than I thought it would be, but I think we'll just cut a truckload and see what we get and haul it in. So we are rolling right along. Small problem is I haven't located my flag. It broke off in the field and I need to retrieve it, but I haven't found it yet. So I'm gonna be on the hunt for the flag. Well, the moisture was 17.1 on the last load, so that means the corn is 17% moisture. So we're gonna keep going. And so we should be good running. It should just get hopefully drier from there, but we'll see. Get wet, we'll quit, but we'll keep moving. And here we go. Once this is full, that'll fill our little semi again. Tell you what, unloading on the go, 100 bushel corn, 2 binfuls is a full grain cart, because it's not just the full bin, it's also the grain that you're cutting as you're moving. That will fill him up. Well, we're sailing along and we had a minor mishap. One of the pointed snouts, we call them, on the front of the header. I was in some down corn and there was a gopher hole. So it bent the snout, put it on the ground, and so that was not good. But I got it where it'll at least harvest. We'll have to put a new one on it tomorrow in the morning. So major mishap, but yet not major because you can keep cutting. So good corn, can't complain. Another bin full. Here comes the tractor. Now Ethan will be here at about 4 o'clock. What time is it now? 3? So we're getting some stuff done, that's for sure. I don't know if we'll be able to finish it tomorrow though. Thought maybe we were going to be able to finish it tomorrow. But kind of had to piddle around because the corn wasn't dry and had some other things. So probably it'll take us a little bit of the day on Saturday would be my guess. Well, we cut all day. We got done probably cut around 90 acres today. So really good day. Doubt we get done tomorrow. In fact, I'm a little afraid the corn is going to be wet tomorrow because actually as we're going, the yield is getting better. The corn is getting greener. And so the grain is not as dry. But I'm out here. You can see the double crop beans that we planted into this wheat stubble that's on this circle, on this center pivot here. And so I'm going to fire it up. Needs water. It's going to be like 100 the next 2 or 3 days. Got this motor running. We've ran a lot of water. That's for sure. These are actually dry lands out of here. And probably our best looking dry land double crops. They're still holding, but there really isn't a chance of rain for the next really 7 days. So I don't have much hope for these. They are blooming, but boy, I'll tell you what, they are not going to look good in a week, I don't think. But sometimes it'll surprise you. But we take what we get. Like the dryland corn is actually better than we thought it would be, and the double crop beans and all the dryland beans, just not good time. What really worked the best was corn. You can plant it really early and it got going and got done before the hot weather really hit. And so it's not, it's not 150 bushel corn, but it's probably 110 bushel corn. So it is very good. So we're grateful for it. Well, we get this circle going. Wherever we can put water on, the crops look pretty good, actually. So we're grateful for that. Well, it's a brand new day, and it's a beautiful morning, even though it's going to get friggin' hot today. It's just going to be hot, and I got a little boo-boo I got to fix. So you see these snouts, they're supposed to look like this, okay? And this one looks like this. And this is supposed to be here. So I have a new one, as you can see on the ground. I have a new one. And so we got to slap that thing on. Shouldn't be too bad. There is a sensor and stuff. And of course, I got to the field without the right tools, which happens quite frequently for some reason. So I'm going to have to run back to our shop and get the right tools so I can fix it. But I've got everything I need to fix it. That's the good thing. And actually, it would. I was running for quite a while with it like this, so it's not something that'll stop. It's probably about 8:30. Gonna try to get going by 10, but we'll see how quick the snout change out goes. And yes, these are called snouts. There's crop dividers basically, and then if there's down corn, you might have seen we run them on the ground. And what they do when they run on the ground is they pick the corn up that's laying over. And there's quite a bit laying over out there, so really need to get that fixed. So get that going. We'll give it a try. Hope the grain's a little drier today. You would think it would just get drier. So hopefully we can cut we can harvest every acre we've got. We've probably got about 115 acres left. That'd be a big day. So I don't know if we'll quite get done today. Well, snout is back on, fully installed. Can't even hardly tell which one it was before. And cutting just got started. And so we're gonna have to see it. There's spots where the grain's wet, and there's spots where it's very dry. So I don't know. I just want to get it cut because it's falling down. But we'll have to see. I don't exactly know what is going to be the outcome when you go through spots where it's 20% moisture, then you go through a spot where it's 12. Will it mix? We will see. Well, we cut a load and it was 18% moisture. So the brains, my dad and I don't know if we're the brains, but we decided, since it's going to be 100 degrees today, tomorrow is Saturday, we decided we're going to let it dry today and then we're going to go cut tomorrow. It should be at least hopefully a point drier by tomorrow and drying down. So we'll see if that's true, but that's the hope, because Monday is Labor Day and the co-op will not want to open on Labor Day. So it is too wet to cut today to harvest. We're gonna try again tomorrow, but I did get the flag fixed, so the most important thing is fixed. Just filling it up with fuel. Probably need fuel if we're going to go hard tomorrow, which hopefully we can. Just filling it up with fuel. And it's hot. Gonna go watch some high school football tonight as Andale takes on Wellington. That's where my kids go, and so it ought to be fun. But I think tomorrow we're just gonna open her up and let her roll, because if that corn's under 18, we're just gonna cut it all and be done with it, because it is falling over and it's very brittle. I also did today get a new snout put on. So this is the new one. I got to put a sensor up underneath it. See the wires all coiled, but they had to order that. So it did give me a chance to kind of get stuff on the combine situated. Happened. So I don't have the entire snout, but basically this went into the ground while I was on the ground cutting corn. Folded it under and snapped this front part. You see, this is the front part. Snapped it off, and so I had to replace this entire snout, but it wasn't too bad. Well, we're getting back after it today. Just got back in the combine. It's about 9:15 in the morning on Saturday. Yep, so just letting the electronics boot back up, and we're gonna get the rolling. Combine's warmed up, so we will get to moving. Hopefully the corn is under about 17.5. We're gonna cut it because it is falling down. So we'll get it in the elevator. As you can see, the corn through here is really green. And when we go through here, it gets really good and the moisture goes way up. But it's not a very big spot. Like, we're already out of it. We're already out of the spot, and now it's going to start going back down. The yield will start going back down as well. So we're back into kind of what I call regular form. And you can watch moisture will start falling as well as the yield. So we get back down. It takes a little moisture a little bit to get that wet corn out of there. But we're back down to like 16 in the 16s, which would be perfect. It just depends how it mixes. It just depends how it blends as it comes in the bin. And then where the co-op sticks the moisture probe as to what moisture it is. But it seems a little drier today than it did yesterday. Alright, first load of the morning. And you can see the K-State flag flying there on the auger. That's kind of just fun, right? It's just fun. Beautiful in the morning. The cats are playing tonight, so we're supporting them. And here we go. So the ground gets a little lower, and we are in the river bottom here. It's one of the reasons why this corn is pretty good. It's because you're really close to water, and so the underflow keeps subsoil full of moisture. Even when it gets hot and dry, you can generally raise something down here. And that's what's definitely happened this year, because the upland corn is not that good. It's out of the river bottom. And you go through spots where it's just brown and dried down. It's just weird. And this is what you call an alkali spot here. So it's where the soil is very alkaline and it just doesn't grow much. There's a few of those spots here in the river bottom, but they're not very big. And on wet years they do better, but obviously this year was not a wet year. Alright, we're going to top the grain cart off. And we'll have our first truckload, and we're just going to keep cutting. I think it's close enough. We'll just keep it cutting and see what the moisture is. Probably cut the first 80 acres of this field. As I said, I think I'm pleasantly surprised, especially in this drought. Like, the sad thing is, this is going to be the best dryland crop we cut all fall, because the soybeans are burning up. I mean, we are not going to have, you know, if we have some beans make 15 or bushels the acre, it's going to be really good. But this corn's going to make over 100. And then we'll probably do some light tillage down here, which I tell you, I don't like tillage. Like, I'm a no-till guy. But we put lime on this right before we planted the corn. And I really want to incorporate that lime, especially before we plant the wheat. So we'll be doing a light tillage. We'll disc it very lightly, just to stir the soil and chop some of it up, and then right back into this corn stalks we'll plant wheat. I think we've just found, we've done it both ways, continuous wheat never pays as good for us. So even though never know, if it rains, then you basically get an extra crop. And it's like this corn, we've been intensively rotating this and cropping this, and I would say maybe there's some guys with better dryland corn around, but it's some of the best. And so we haven't seen where intensive cropping, everybody talks about wearing the soil out. That only happens if you're not willing to fertilize it right and keep the fertility good. Until I'm getting a full cart this time. He is going to have a full load. I think it looks like it's laying flatter on so when the corn's wet, it really mounts up. I would say this is drier than it was yesterday for certain, because of just how it's rolling around on the cart. And so there Ethan goes. The row of shame. Whenever you're cutting out of land, so you cut kind of around and around, and you guess wrong or you count wrong, which I can blame it on the combine and GPS and all that stuff, but that's when your auger wagon driver gets to watch you cut one row with an 8-row head. That is what is called the row of shame. And everybody watches. It's like the combine guy screwed up. Normally, it's the combine driver telling the auger wagon driver that the grain cart driver that they screwed up. But in this case, the combine driver screwed up. Well, the day got cut a little short. The corn grain got way too wet. So we had to shut down, but we probably got about 40 acres left. Probably have to wait a week. And so I brought the combine back to the barn, and we got the grain cart back, and we're kind of putting stuff away. Gonna enjoy Labor Day weekend, I guess. I'm gonna go home, barbecue. The corn is really good where it's wet, so that's the good news, is that we should be in good shape moving forward with some really good dryland corn down there. That field is, I can't believe how good it is. And this year you will not hear me say that very often, because most things are not going to be very good. So anyways, so hope you enjoyed a little bit of corn harvest this week. Got lots. I mean, probably close to 180 acres, 170 acres harvested. So lots of harvest ahead still. And as you can see in the background here, we just fired this pivot back up because it isn't going to rain for a while. We got a feeling. So that's what we're up to. That's what we're doing. Hope you have a great Labor Day weekend, and we'll catch you on the next video. See you later.